I hand the gun back and walk away. That moment take 5 seconds, but it saved me. Let me take you back. At 16 years old, my life was all control. I lost my dad to the justice system. A cousin in jail, and my best friend shot just weeks early. I was angry and tired of being overlooked. Then one night, a friend put a gun in my hand. He said, "If you want respect, this is how you get it." I still remember how cold and heavy that gun was. And even now, I can still feel it. He was about to rob a store. And for a moment, it felt normal. But awareness showed up. Not because I was fearless, and not because I was afraid, but because I saw the cost. I saw what jail did to my cousin. I saw what violence did to my best friend. I hand the gun back and walk away. We have successfully confused failure with wisdom. That's something strong, but it's incomplete. I'm not at war with failure. You can learn from it. When the cost is high, you definitely have the wrong teacher. Failure is loud. It gets all the attention. It leaves scars. Awareness does not make headlines, but it prevents damage before they start. We say things like fail fallacy, fail forward. But that idea comes from environments where failure is cheap. In tech startups, you can test, adjust, and try it. If the code breaks, you fix it. Launch, fail, you relaunch. But real life, it's not a software update. There is no undo button for a criminal record. You don't just take your freedom back. And at 60, I knew that. Everyone in my life seems to be going. I felt I have to do something. And the pressure was so much that at one point I don't even want to be around. Everything, no matter how bad it seems and how high we get, seems normal. But there was always that reminder of what the cost is. And why? Because we're here showing you that if you did something and you're hurt, I shouldn't have to repeat. My mom used to take me and my brothers to the places where we could see the drug addicts. Just put it this way, the people that was not doing too well because of whatever the decision was. She was trying to scare us. And at that time, if I'm honest, you did it. I'm a teenager. Untouchable. You can't scare me. But that night, for some reason, I've seen the end before the beginning. And it wasn't a choice. Awareness tells me, you don't need to go to prison or dead to learn. You can walk away and live to talk about. We tend to think that there's always a second chance, but some failure, there's none. And the people that didn't survive are not the ones holding the microphone. And that's why we talk about failure so gravely. We make it seem like if you don't fail, you're not succeeding. We tell people that. I have people tell me, and I tried hard enough, if you haven't failed. I hear parents tell their kid, you learn from your mistakes. Not if someone make it before you won't. And you shouldn't want to learn from your mistakes if it's been done before. And you don't have to search for mistakes because they will find you. So when we say failing is the best teacher, we are telling people to look just for failure. Because everyone in here wants the best. I know I do. I want the best house for my kids. I want the best relationship. Best career. So when you put that tagline, the best, we're telling people, go fail. Fail first, fail forward. And that's our mistake. But look at this, look at it from this standpoint. In high-stakes professions, failure is zero tolerance. They don't wait for disaster to learn. Pilots doesn't crash planes to learn to fly. I do that. Surgeons doesn't lose patience to practice their skills. So what do? They study in warning signs. And we should too. They analyze near misses. The data is always there if we pay attention. Our mistakes are not new. They are normally repeats from either us or someone else. And if we pay attention, we can walk that path. Now imagine telling a pilot, just crash a few planes. You learn. No one would accept that. Yet we accept every other failure. We look at it like simple. But again, some failures does not give a second chance. And the moment we start saying failure is the best teacher, we hand our life over, our family, our friends, and everyone we care about, to failure. And that's the mistake. So, how do we learn? Personally, what I do differently is the cost check. That's what I call it. Before I move, I ask myself a question. It becomes so normal. I walk in my question myself. What would this cost me? I am trying to see the end before I make the move. And yes, impulses are there. We humans sometimes waste over. But when you practice the cost check, it becomes normal. It's just like walking out here, just like talking to you. You question yourself about every decision. And you can do it too, whatever decision you have. One you want to make, one you're supposed to make. Question yourself, ask yourself, where does this lead? Where does this path take me? And if you don't like it, don't move. Because more than likely, you make a decision like that before, or someone you know. So we should always look for where that leads before we make a step. Because it may be your life that saved. For years, we have said, fear is the best teacher. It's not. And for me to even say that, I have to think about it. Because all the research I've done and live this life and try to sidestep failure, it's going to find you. And what I'm saying is, because it's going to find you, you don't have to look for it. It's a natural part of life to have failures. So we shouldn't be looking for failure. And we shouldn't be telling anyone, if you don't fail, you're not doing good enough. Because you can live a complete life and you will fail. But hunting failure should not be the goal. Warning everybody around you to fail or encouraging failure by adding the tag best to it is a problem. Because we are going to fail. There's no sidestepping that. So we should let the failure that comes, we deal with those, but don't look for failure intentionally. I'm here today because awareness didn't just save my life. It protected my future. And that is why I do this work. I help others to see what I saw before it cost them. Because we've all been told for years that failure is the best teacher. But again, it is not. Awareness is. One teaches after the damage, the other teaches before. And sometimes that is the difference between handing the gun back and walking away. Thank you.